Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Bosch Dishwasher Drain Pump. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new drain pump. The drain pump removes the wastewater from the dishwasher. The main reason you'll be changing it out is if it's damaged and the dishwasher's not draining, or the body is cracked and water is leaking on the floor. In order to get to the part, we have to take the access panel off. We're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws. Once you have both screws out, we can pull the access panel off and set it aside. Now that we have the access panel off, we're going to open up the dishwasher door to remove the front panel. To remove the front panel, we're just going to remove 3 screws on each side so the panel can slide off. We're going to use a Torx 20 driver to take them out. Now that we have all the screws out, we're going to kind of hold the door together and lift it up and close it. Once you have it all the way closed, we're going to carefully pull the front panel out and down. Once you have it free, you can pull it off and set it aside. If your little spacers fell out, you can just grab those and set them aside. Now that we have the front panel off, we have to take off this support panel. It's held in by 2 screws. We're going to use a Torx 20 driver to take them out. Once you have both screws out, we're going to carefully lower the support down and pull it forward a little bit. And then there's a wiring harness right here. It has a couple tabs on it. You just have to push up on those to release them. Once you have them released, you can pull the support panel off. Now we can remove the hose that goes from the sump up to the water inlet. We're just going to reach in and pull it out of the water inlet. And then unhook it from this clip right here. And then we can pull it out of the sump. Once you have it out of the sump, you can pull it off the dishwasher and set it aside. Now that we have the hose out of the way, we can reach in and open up the cover on the drain pump. There's a couple wires in here. I got the double gray on the front terminal and the double blue on the back terminal. There's little locking tabs on these. So you may have to go with a small screwdriver and push those in so you can pull the wires off. Once you have both wires removed, just set them out of the way. And then we can take the drain pump off the sump. There's a locking tab right here that we just have to lift up on while we turn the drain pump clockwise. Once you have it turned down far enough, it should release from the sump and we can turn it and lift it out. Once you have it free, you can pull it off the dishwasher. Here's the old drain pump next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the new drain pump in, we're just going to carefully feed it into the sump. And you're going to have to rotate it far over this way, just like when we took it off, so that the pump lines up into the sump. Once you have it pushed in, you can rotate it counterclockwise so it locks into position. Now that we have the drain pump locked on, we can put the wires on. Remember, the double blues were on the back, the double gray were on the front. Just want to push these on so you get a good connection. They don't come off. Once you have the wires connected, we can snap the cover closed, and then we can put the hose back in. To put the hose in, we're just going to line it up and push this end into the sump Once you have it in all the way, we're gonna kind of rotate it over, and you may have to lift the cover for the wires again real quick while we slide this behind it so it locks into place. Then you can cover up the wires again, and then we can plug it into the water inlet. All you have to do is line it up with the water inlet and push it in. Make sure it goes in all the way so you get a tight seal. Once you have the hose installed, we can put the rest of the dishwasher back together. Now we can put the support back in. We have to hook the wiring harness retainer onto it. So we're going to line that up right here and clip it on. Once you have it clipped in, you can set the support up on its resting spot and push it in. Once you have it on the tabs, we're going to use a Torx 20 driver to put in the 2 screws. To put the spacers on, all you have to do is line them up and push them onto the hinge. Once you have them both on, we can put the front panel on. To put the front panel on, we're just going to line it up and lift it up into the console. Once you have it in there, you can push it against the inner door, and then we have to open the door. And while you're opening the door, you have to grab the edge of the door and hold everything together so your spacers don't fall out. And you'll need to hold the door panel up against the inner door so you can get the screws started, otherwise it'll drop down. Once we have the door open, we can use the Torx 20 driver to put the 6 screws in. Once you have all 6 screws tightened down, you can close the dishwasher door and put the access panel back on. To put the access panel back on, we're just going to lift it back up into place and use the Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Another way with the dishwasher put back together, you can plug it back in, turn the water back on, take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.